Forgot to close the door. I think. Let's talk to some people.
What do you want, Shepard?
If they have anything else to say.
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed.
Oh.
I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us.
Come.
They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was, until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
I looked up to Daima and means I'm back, but it says I'm home. Actually, I'm back is more correct. Translation. Basically, the whole phrase would be Tadaima modorimashita, which is like I have just now returned. And the Tadaima part on itself, if you make a direct translation or like literal translation, it just says just now. It doesn't even say I'm returned, I'm back, I'm home. It just means just now. But we use it as to say I have just now returned home most of the time. And that's why like people would translate it I'm home. But people use it everywhere at work. And places. I mean the I'm home is most conventional, I think, used like the one you would hear the most. But people use it to mean I'm back all the time.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family. But that's all.
It is a general term. Well, saying. It's a general saying.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's
We
a
are getting
relic.
loyalty quests.
Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
Sure. Just remind me.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
You're welcome.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking.
I think she's being straight with us.
Yeah. Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
I don't think she's used to tease.
Was
Too bad those ruins
heard
got
this
destroyed.
dialogue last
I mean, they
time.
lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
No, ma'am. And anyway, Scuttlebutt says he's already sweet on someone. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
He is being a bit too obvious if Scuttlebutt already says that.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
I definitely need to do something about my immune system today. More lemon ginger.
What about your mother?
Lots
You
of
haven't mentioned
sneezing.
her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
I was an only child, but I get the idea. At least one of my parents was always on duty.
Yeah, military families, eh? With schedules like that, it's a wonder we ever have kids anymore. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did.
Who?
Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same
Amaterasu.
cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet
Both
flight.
gods. One is Japanese god, the other one is like Slavic god. Interesting word choice. Cernobog.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they
In the
did
woods?
deed.
In the
She
woods?
levered Mike face
And
first
21
into a
something
tree and
something.
left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always feels a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure,
Corsets?
though.
They're called corsets. And she likes big skirts, corsets, and swords. I get her.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable.
Aikido would
Sarah must be as good as you.
do that too.
Better. I'm more or less
Aikido.
a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Bored now. What's this crap?
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so
Something
much
is
of
a
your
good
time.
way to put it, but I wonder what it is something you believe in when you look at the galaxy. How all the different species fit into your worldview if you want to believe in human-created God.
To Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Commander, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
You've been with CSEC a while.
Well,
Seen
not
much?
as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue.
Was literally typing that idea.
But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market.
Unwanted
They're
parts.
not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case
L-Corps?
wasn't that clear-cut.
L-Corps?
Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
Realistically, how would a region even play out a multi-species scenario like this? I feel like it would break most regions. Exactly, yeah. Unless you try to subject every species to your religion. For example, the Hanar with their enkindlers who are Protheans. If you make Protheans into a god figure, they did conquer multiple stars, make a whole empire in space, and touch many civilizations before they developed. So you could pretend that there could be a god like that. But with the established Earth religions and holy books and stuff like that, it would never fit with the science of space travel and aliens and stuff like that. You'd have to create a new religion, I think. New religion, new holy book.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What'd you do
Indeed.
about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview.
Wow.
We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
Hmm.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Fascinating.
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them.
I wonder
and
how
sold
that
them
would
off.
feel something
Most of the victims were poor.
that's not a
He'd pay
baby
them each a small
going
percentage of
inside
the
your body.
sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
That's also an interesting scenario to imagine. If you know anything about biology and how organs affect your everyday life and what functions they fulfill, what it would be if suddenly either the function doubled. Ask that to people with tapeworms. No, thank you. But try to imagine how it would feel to grow a second liver, for example.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Don't tell me that.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
It's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salian?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
I wanna be there when you find him. I'd pray my bot doesn't reject it and third second there is a threat. I wonder if it would. If it's like completely your... It's not like an implant from someone else. It's completely your organ with your DNA and stuff. I wonder if there's a chance.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
Yeah, can I see her smiling actually?
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Theron's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board.
Getting in everyone's
He's
daddy
one of
issues.
only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the
Every
conclave
single
for
character
the
has
good
a
of the
daddy
migrant
issue.
fleet. My father is responsible for the lives
Except
of
Aiden.
17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
That must be tough
True.
on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry.
People do
There's
that
an
shit all the
unspoken
time.
expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed. And that reflects badly on both me and my father.
It happened to people who go through organ transplant. Yeah, but that's the point. Like, if it's a transplant, it's not your organ. If an organ comes from a donor, for example, there is a possibility your body will reject it because it's not your DNA. Even if it's much close match, like blood type and stuff like that, or familiar match. Even if it's a close match, it's still not yours. But if you're growing second liver yourself, it's like 100% your DNA, your bio, whatever system.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything an Aquarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Seren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Seren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Seren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
It's gonna be something new.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it. Not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend
around.
into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
See you later, alligator.
Looking for supplies?
Maybe.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Sniper. Lots of medium heavy armor, which I need to get Ash to check. What do I have actually? Wisdom. Triple sniper rifle. Okay. Maybe science behind here mutations can explain. Maybe. I wonder. Leoro. Doctor?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I
Nope.
should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I should go.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time, and Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true.
150?
At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want.
True.
It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Why does our species already speaks English fluently? I don't remember the explanation they actually give. It must not be English. Universal translators. Stuff like that. Implants.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Lieutenant Alenko.
Oh, this one is just stupid. This one would confirm that I want to romance Kaden, which I don't want to do. This is rare. I don't want to romance either of them today. this time.
My relationships are none of your business.
I apologize, Commander. I did not mean to pry. I thought there was a mutual attraction between us.
They do really push
Obviously,
her on you,
I do
right,
not
don't
know
they?
as much about human relationships as I thought.
I do just want to be
I'm
friends.
not interested in you in that way, Liara.
This is very embarrassing for me, Commander.
I'm sorry.
Please, let's talk about something else.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Sorry, girl. Not this time. Ah, game, do not stutter on me. I haven't saved in forever and it scared me. Now we need to dodge this guy as well. Do you want
have some time to talk now, Commander?
Do you want to tell me about your daddy issues, Isabel?
Of course. Have a seat.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
It's a personal observation, Caden.
Maybe that's not my place. I don't want to send any bad signals, Commander. Just, working on what I've picked up. You tell me if I'm going too far.
I'm listening. Tell me why you feel the need to speak up.
I'm not questioning any decision you've made, Shepard. Let me be clear about that. It's just my experience that once someone lets something slide, it tends to pick up speed. You get my meaning?
Talk to me, Caden. You got a little black rain cloud sitting over your head.
I'll try to keep the deck dry. You know the records about the biotic training out on Jump Zero? They're all classified. Because the Alliance made mistakes.
I'm sure they did.
After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
And the Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
That's just dumb.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
I'm sure Kinetics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. To introduce himself, he liked to say, "I was at the helm of the dreadnought that killed your father." Well, I told him my dad wasn't in the war. He'd retired to Vancouver. My family had an inland home that matured to new beachfront. Vernus had it in for me after that.
Dig.
He cut corners, pushed hard. I mean, you either came out a Superman or a wreck. A lot of kids snapped. A few died. The point of all of this, I guess, is that when you cut corners, it's not always obvious who pays for it.
So why are you telling me this? Is there something I can do to help you get over it?
I'm 32, Shepard. You don't serve as long as I have without coming to terms with yourself.
True.
You also learn that if someone is special to you, you help them. Try to keep them from making mistakes.
Special, huh?
If I'm out of line, just say the word.
Now isn't the ideal time. But I want to talk about this, Caden.
I get you, Shepard. I don't make a habit of complicating the chain of command. Just think about what I said.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. She seems nice enough. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
None, Commander. I prefer adventurous women.
We'll talk later, Caden.
I'd like that.
I wonder... what bad qualities they actually gave Caden? I'm trying to think. Wonder if you need to play as a male shepherd. To see what he would say. Because like when Ashley, you talk to Ashley, and she is racist towards aliens. She's apparently Christian and religious, which is not a. I'm sorry for people who are religious, but it's not a positive quality in this world. And you kind of have these like, you know, what I'm hinting on in the future. In the end, when you have to choose between the two of them, it feels kind of like pushy towards a specific choice, isn't it? Because Caden doesn't really have these like negative things about him to this extent, at least not obviously. I wonder if he just has different dialogue in if you play as male shepherd and it comes through there. Ash. The one who's just human is a xenophobia, exactly. I'm just trying to figure out if they made her the only one with the dislikable qualities, or if Caden also has dislikable qualities. Thank you. Why is this still a question mark if we already did this mission? Decanters. Let's see. Strong coverage, spoken at orchestra, falsetto. Yeah. Okay. Have we been here? I'm getting lost already. I should have marked where have we been or not. I think I've been here and here. Yes, I don't think we've been here yet. Swap.
Commander, incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Come in.
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up.
Okay.
In the First Contact War, we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space.
Mm-hmm.
We just received a mission complete burst from one of them.
Where's it been in the meantime?
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after First Contact.
What makes this uncomfortable?
When these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea who we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
I understand this must be handled, but I don't have anyone trained to deal with this sort of thing, sir.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
It's in the Voyager cluster. That's the opposite side of the Alliance from Turian space. How did it get there?
I don't know. It's possible someone recovered it safely and brought it there. It's also possible it got very badly lost. It could have been wandering the relay network since the war.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral. And we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
Do not suddenly switch to one of my ears, Admiral. Not the sudden ASMR experience. Tremors is standard hydrogen, helium, gas giant, traces of methane at nitrogen's upper atmosphere. Nitrogen, of course. A smaller rock on ice planet, Sibin has an extremely thin atmosphere of hydrogen, sulfide, and ethane. Its southern surface, mainly composed of magnesium and silicates deposits of iron. Sibin's crust contains significant deposits of green serpentine and mineral formed by volcanic activity. This suggests Sibin has more geologically active world in the distant past. Turian insignia recovered. While scanning by Sibin, discovered a large mine grid and a geosynchronous orbit. With help from navigator Presley, a recon team recovered a small unmanned probe marked with a Quantum Outpost insignia. Sonadma. is the second of Amazon's system-arrayed superterrestrial worlds. It's considerably less dense than its neighbor, Dernuka, whatever, and has an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and methane. Its frozen surface mainly composed of iron, clay, silicates, and deposits of sulfur. Polonium. There's the Dernuka. The enormous terrestrial world, nearly twice the size of Earth. Nice. Environment is similar to that of Mars, arid with a mix of craggy basalt highlands and sand-covered deserts of iron, clay, silicate dust. Dernuka's atmosphere mainly consists of carbon dioxide and argon, but the planet mass are great enough that measurable amounts of helium and even molecular hydrogen remain trapped in its atmosphere. The planet's gravity well is deep enough that it has collected nearly a dozen small satellites, most captured asteroids. Its surface is covered by many large impact craters, marking the final resting place of other captured asteroids. That's a red planet. Agabinium, Agabinium. With a small terrestrial world with extremely thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and krypton, though the planet has sufficient mass to maintain much thicker atmosphere, much of it has been blasted away. The red giant Amazon is a long period of a variable star, currently at the nadir of a 16-year cycle. At peak its energy but doubles, flashing Agabinium with intense heat and radiation. The crust is mainly composed of aluminium with a deposit of tin. Much of the surface coated with fine silicate dust, which easily penetrates smallest cracks of full machinery. Should we take... Swoosh! Now I shall finally remember to... Yes, I'm great, Ashley. And I'm great for equipment as well. Everyone else is fine? Fine. Equipment. Please and thank you. Uh, 20, 46, 30, 46, 30, 12. And the other one is this. Oh. Okay. Now we're ready. Now we are ready. bird. It was nice and easy. I wish most of them was like this. That's kinda an amazing view though. Some of these planets really have great designs. No. Joker is gonna yell at me again. Who put this mineral deposit so close to the edge of the map? Thank you. Over the mountain we go, I guess. If we can climb it. Oh no, it's not to climb. It's there it is. We don't need to climb the mountain.
Mine shaft. That's the source of the signal.
Suspicious.
The helmet.
Yeah, this thing didn't crash. Somebody moved it here.
Your grasp of the obvious is inspiring. There's still a nuke down there. Check your corners and watch your back.
Affirmative.
I feel like modern games forgot the importance of having updating skyboxes. It's just a crucial aspect of games. Which modern games have you played recently? Like, if you... Like, the most modern game I played recently is the Ghost of Yotei. And I would say they did not forget the importance of skyboxes. I think the views and the atmosphere of Ghost of Yotei is amazing. I think Expedition 33 did well in that aspect too. I think it depends on the game. Probably the genre of the game as well. A lot of like open world Like take Elden Ring, for example. Open world exploration games usually will have beautiful world design and skyboxes. I feel like. This place seems sus. Haven't played those games yet. Have Expedition done? Oh, enjoy. Expedition is a very good game, especially if you like don't get bothered by turn-based combat. It's not for everyone. I know some people that don't enjoy it, but it's fun. I think Expedition is a great game in terms of writing and storytelling and character design and world design and music. I really have only one complaint. Major. I got jump scared.
Shepard, at last.
Who the hell are you?
You have me at a disadvantage.
You don't remember me.
No, I don't.
No matter. I remember you. I never forget anyone I've fought. My name is Ilanos Halliot. I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
You assume I give a damn. That's cute.
The strongest leads. The one who kills the most men, seizes the most ships, pillages the most colonies. 3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assemble a fleet. We would drive your kind out of the Verge.
You're the one behind the attack on Elysium.
I was the motivator, the instigator, the one who promised glory and riches for sacking the largest human colony in the cluster. The one blamed when it failed. Failed because of you. Your damnable holding action.
My crew will come for me.
Let them. We'll be ready. An Alliance warship would make a fine prize. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, the ores here are laced with heavy metals. I'm afraid your suit radios aren't powerful enough to transmit out.
It doesn't have to be like this, Halliot.
Empty words from a dead woman. Goodbye, Shepard.
Orders, Commander.
No one panic.
We've got air and light and the Normandy's still in orbit. Let's look for another way out.
There's no time to get out. You have to disable the bomb before it goes off. I'm glad I saved. Because I might screw this up. Nice. Rip ears. I'm sorry. It was ripped to my ears as well. I got jump scare. I was talking about Expedition. Clear obscure. And he jump scared me. What was the... Excuse me for a second, I forgot. What was the... Middle mouse button. Can I do this?
Powering up.
Am I missing? No, I got him. You're pretty big. How much health do you have, my guy? This is taking me forever. Does winter start in Japan? In some places. Japan is very... vertically long, let's say. In some places, winter has started last month, and in some places it never starts. I thought you were dead. Oh, it's the Krogans. They keep getting up. Oh, you're up again. Elliot went through a lot of trouble, drove you here, a pity it ended like this, for him at least. Now that you're above ground, your city radio has a separate connection with Normandy, time to get the hell out of here. Kinda. Oh, that's our car.
All targets down.
There's still things to explore, let's see. We had a little bit of snow even where I live in the beginning of the month. Not now, it's mostly raining now. global warming and stuff. But there are some places when it has snowed heavily already. There's nothing to pick up here, right? No crates. No crates. It's an annoying one. Nice. Rain in December has never happened here, that's for sure. Nice fire. If that's true. It's usually dry in winter in Japan. In Tokyo at least. Oh, this body is a long way from anything. It appears to have been here for quite some time. On the body is a book of drawings, including one of singular post insignia. Book of drawings.